motherfucking trumpets to announce our arrival.
Yep, bow before me.
Telling the serfs and vassals and shit to fucking bow or get the hell out of the way. Oh,
dream on.
Teenage queen.
I bow before no one.
Bow. Dream on.
I only kneel to my creator, no one else.
Who's your creator?
Who's my creator?
Who do you think it is?
I can't hear you above all that harmonicas.
Those aren't harmonicas, those are trumpets, royal trumpets, announcing our fucking arrival into the palace.
Oh,
to
my
hold
God, I'm
goddamn
sorry.
Court. Listen, enjoy this shit for a second.
Why hast thou forsaken me?
Bow down before your masters.
Son,
huh?
Why hast thou forsaken me?
Eloi, Eloi, lama sabachthani? Why hast thou forsaken me?
Yes.
Because, bastard, you're unworthy.
Oh.
Now listen to me. I have to ask you a question.
Yes.
Wouldn't you choose love over hate?
I'd say in about maybe 95% of the time. Because I'm a lover, you know.
A spicy lover? Yeah.
Yeah. But that last 5%, man, you better watch out. That's some mean fucking shit.
But it seems like, okay, to most rational people, I would agree with you. I would choose love over hate too. But it seems like that question, more or less, has been used to strong-arm the American people at large into kowtowing to basically the demands of a small little group of weaklings.
Oh, the charlatans.
Because it's like this. Tolerance, diversity, inclusivity, blah, 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 all that shit, right? That we've been having thrown in our face. Which almost always...
Oh, fags?
Yeah, they're among them. And the carrots and the thems and all that shit. Yeah, man. You know, fuck. Come on. All that pussy shit. Future is female, fucking, you know, BM, all that shit.
I care about people on a pretty lateral level.
Sure.
You know, I don't care who you are. You know, I care about people.
Yeah.
But if you're trying to get one up on every motherfucker around you, you lose my respect real quick.
Fucking A. But you see, it's like working people over with this kind of weird reverse psychology shit.
Yeah.
Like all this, like, be on the right side of history and all this kind of shit. That's just working people over and shit. And when you come at them with something like wouldn't you choose love over hate? It's like asking somebody, wouldn't you rather continue living right now than dying? I mean, it's a fucking moot thing, but it seems to be the thrust of all this shit. Like all this...
Yeah, well, that's not even... I mean, those are two... That's not even comparable. You know, love over hate is like, yeah, you can live with that. You know, choice between life and death is an ultimatum.
True, I guess...
Love and hate, it really isn't... It's an ultimatum of sorts, but it's not on the same level.
I may have mixed my metaphor slightly there.
No, I get what you're saying, but
it's the blunt,
they are different levels.
Totally, that's true. What I meant to say was something like, it's such a dumbass, blunt question that's designed to gaslight you because it's designed to put you in a corner. Who the hell would choose hate over love? What asshole would consciously fucking let that fly out their mouth unless they were just insane, or just didn't give a fuck about anything.
If you know yourself well enough, you could answer that question.
Yes, but
like I said, 95% love, 5% hate. You got to look at the balance factor on that.
Sure.
Everything's a balance.
Of course.
In the universe. So, if you're loving all the time, guess what? The hate is everything's got to balance out. So.
Truly, and by choosing one over the other, you also create the potential for the opposite that much stronger. Of course. But even if you're in a hateful moment, or even if you're in a fucking moment that is of anger or whatever, still the rational part of your mind would ideally love to be, would be choosing love over hate. Even if you're in the most beside yourself, pissed off place, deep inside your mind, you would say, that's almost why anger exists, because it's reminding you that something is disrupting your peace of mind to such a degree, but still you would ideally be choosing to be loving at that moment if you could. But sometimes the anger or whatever needs to be expressed, and so of course. But to me, it just seems like the order of nature would be, if you had your druthers, wouldn't you choose love over hate? Yes, of course. It's just that sometimes other human beings and other...
Well, it's like, would you choose a blowjob or a kick in the balls? I mean, come on.
See, now that's kind of apples to oranges, isn't it? Yes, of course. But the point of this is, that is the kind of psychology that has been employed by liberals for a long time, of course, but especially in this last year, you've seen this kind of weird...
Well, if you're fucking retarded and on drugs, then you could fall for that. Otherwise, I would say the majority of people in this world aren't buying into it. That's my opinion.
Truly. And I would tend to agree with you, of course, about that. However, I seem to be continually being surprised to find out just how many people out there fucking have lost the plot or never knew what it was. And like, anytime you say anything contrary to that's a certain ideology, you're automatically labeled as being a supporter of like this or that or whatever. I'm like, motherfucker, you don't know me well enough, but you're putting your shit out on Front Street on social media and shit like a fucking asshole, making your opinions blatantly known, and usually it's really of one leaning more than the other that is the most vocal about how fucking blatantly they don't give a fuck. I don't know. Divides dividing.
Fuck them. You can only know thyself.
Truly.
Or if you know thyself, you know all others. I made that last part up, but it sounds good.
I'll go with that.
Right? Because if you know yourself, you know where everybody else stands.
Well, and it seems maybe even just as importantly, if you know yourself, it doesn't fucking matter, really, where anybody else stands.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You gotta live with yourself.
Truly.
Sometimes you gotta live with other people too, but in the end, it's just you.
Yeah.
You know, you come into this world alone, you leave this world alone.
Yeah. Sad but true. Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you might as well enjoy the ride as much as you can, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah. Learn something along the way.
Yeah. That way.
Help people if you can.
That
help
way.
Yourself,
that way in those.
And then help others.
That way in those moments, right before you fall asleep, your inner voice can at least be telling you good things.
Yes. Why not? There's lots of people out there that need shit. So you can't debate too much about whether people need things or, you know.
After a while, debate solves nothing.
Yeah.
Then it's time to do.
There was a post on Nextdoor, and this woman's like, I don't mean to sound like an asshole, but there was this person on the off-ramp, and they were begging for money, and they had their dog with them. And so they went to this big, long thing about how this person, you know, has been offered everything under the sun, supposedly, and refuses to take it, you know, vehicles, jobs, on and on and on. They lived in another town where they used to live. They've seen this person before. And, you know, and they got like 100+ responses, people writing, oh, blah, 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 on both sides, you know, like, you know, you should help anybody that asks, all the way to, you know, I hate when people are out there making a living, you know, these people make $40,000 to $50,000 a year just, you know, standing there and blah, 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 blah. You know, but it's like, well, all these people are sitting there bitching about this one person. It's like, how many people are actually out there that actually need something? And this is your, like, way to justify yourself, you know, for whether, you know, you're doing a service to the community or whether, you know, this guy's a con artist or, you know, he's just scamming everybody. And it's just, it was amazing how many people piped in about it. I started to read them and I was like, oh, fuck, you know, like, it went on and on and on. But I guarantee there's, you know, most good people don't beg for money.
No.
You know, most people, they'll just suffer rather than beg. You know, and there are the assholes that are out there just constantly beg and take and, you know, and people feel good because they give something to them. You know, they give them a couple bucks and they're like, oh, I feel good about myself. You know, I helped somebody.
I enabled this fucking lunatic to continue being a fucking blight on society. Yay!
Yeah.
They peel away in their Tesla and shit. Yeah! I spent all this extra money to fucking prove that I'm better than you. Where does the electricity come from? Inconvenient.
Well, hey, energy cannot be created or destroyed, so just remember that.
Hey, you got a point. Put a hat on it. Anyway, you dirty, rotten bastard. I don't want to talk about energy sources. I gotta release some energy around here.
Hey, what about helium-3? Come on.
I know. I gotta fucking get some. Put some in my helium-3 gun.
So, do you think that we'll continue on with the Space Force now that well, I'll never say what you think I'm going to say.
Good, because I'm never fucking going to hear it.
I won't even mention the name.
Good.
In my mind, there's no ruler. We have no president.
Yeah, everybody's their own fucking president now, as far as I'm goddamn concerned.
Yeah, know yourself, motherfuckers. Rule your own fucking destiny.
Been fucking letting some assholes fucking tell you what the fuck to do for too long anyway. Bitches don't even know.
Fucking age of Aquarius, motherfucker. Freedom above all.
Bitches don't even know where a hamburger comes from anymore, you fucking pieces of shit. Founding
Yeah,
fathers.
go